Abby Phillip and Van Jones all but called Charlie Kirk a racist in a disgraceful media segment last night. And Van Jones accused Charlie of rage baiting, stoking racial division, simply by pointing out that the man that stabbed him is almost certainly motivated to some degree by racial animosity. Because he said, I got that white girl twice. In the video, you can look it up yourself. It's very graphic. So political violence in this country, it has become an escalating problem. Jasmine Crockett is trying to deflect and blame white supremacy on 80% of the political violence in this country. Obviously, that's the opposite of the truth. And it shouldn't surprise us coming from a radical ideologue like her. But you look at why this man was allowed to carry out the attack on Irina Zarutska, and a DEI hire, literally, her name is Teresa Stokes. She was not elected. She was put there by a DEI clerk. And Soros prosecutors are also in Mecklenburg County, near Charlotte in North Carolina. And there's been funding, Soros traced funding, millions of dollars going into Mecklenburg County. And so it's inevitable that this kind of thing is going to happen. And Charlie was pointing out how the system failed. And, you know, this attacker, and I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't deserve it, his own mother wanted him off the streets. But, you know, Abby Phillip and Van Jones are incapable of introspection or dealing fairly with their political opponents. And while Charlie embodies the very essence of a fair dealer in arguments, he is going to where his political opposition is, peacefully seeking rational dialogue. And there are some people on the left, they just cannot handle it. They want them silenced. They don't want them allowed to speak at college campuses. And this kind of systemic poison that the left has put in all of our institutions, from college to the media, that needs to be overhauled. It needs to be changed, because these Marxist ideologues, they do not care about what happens to their political opponents. And we saw that with MSNBC's reaction today. Katie Tur could not stop for a moment and say anything kind about Charlie Kirk, called him a polarizing, divisive figure, a lightning rod, whatever you want to call him. She cannot stop herself from dehumanizing and discrediting their opposition using unfair framing and dishonest language and demonization, and she just can't stop herself. So let's take a look at this segment really quick.
Yeah, we're showing, by the way, our affiliate in Utah and the aftermath of the shooting. You could see people running away pretty quickly, as you would imagine they would do at gunshots. The FBI director, Kash Patel, has weighed in on this. He just tweeted the following: "We're closely monitoring reports of the tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Our thoughts are with Charlie, his loved ones, and everyone affected. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and the investigation." Charlie Kirk is a divisive figure, polarizing, lightning rod, whatever term you want to use. Why?
Well, he's one of MAGA's most prominent voices online. He hosts a near daily podcast. He opines on almost everything. He's been very closely aligned with the president since his initial run for office in 2015, 2016. And his ties to Trump really elevated his own brand. He was really quite young as an activist when the president launched his initial campaign. And he has kind of ridden along with MAGA since 2016 and built up a massive, massive brand of his own. His group has brought in tons and tons of money.
And the other thing that Katie Tur did was try to deflect any possible blame from the radical left for this shooting. And that would include MSNBC and CNN, also, in my opinion.
In which a shooting like this happens.
Yeah, and again, to emphasize what you just emphasized, we don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about.
So CNN, MSNBC, they are heavily implicated in this attack, whether they like it or not, because their reckless and dishonest language, the way that they frame Charlie Kirk, is morally reprehensible, it's intellectually dishonest, and it needs to stop. This is not journalism, what they're doing on CNN and MSNBC. It's not journalism. It's not even responsible political commentary. They are not trying to sound reasonable. They are taking stories and twisting them to attack their opponents all the time. I can tell you everything I say about the radical left, I 100% believe it. I studied with Marxist professors. I studied political violence in graduate school with Marxists, all of their theories, critical race theory, all of this, everything in their playbook. I know all of it. And nothing they do surprises me. And I'm going on 15 years now calling them out for their ghoulish and inhumane behavior. And our institutions appear to just be apathetic to it. Our colleges, they're perfectly fine with it, it seems. And the media, journalists on there, they don't seem remorseful about what happened to Charlie Kirk. They're incapable of introspection because they're radical ideologues. So God bless Charlie Kirk.